Hey guys, I had a question on section 7.2, homework problem number 4. So I want to go over that one with you real quick in this video. It says, assume that we want to construct a confidence interval. Do one of the following as appropriate. A, find the critical value t sub alpha over 2. B, find the critical value z sub alpha over 2. Or C, state that neither the normal distribution nor the t distribution applies. The confidence level is 99%. The population standard deviation sigma is not known, and the histogram of 64 player salaries in thousands of dollars of football players on a team is shown. Well, we have to decide, do we use the t distribution, do we use the z distribution, or do we do neither of those work? Do we have to use some sort of other strategy to find this confidence interval? So what you need to notice is they didn't say anything. It doesn't appear that the distribution is normal, okay? But we do know that we have a sample size of 64, okay? Sigma, population standard deviation, is not known. Sample size is 64. So let me take you back to our PowerPoint that is on our let me see if I can find it. It's on Canvas. I'll find it one of these days. There it is. This is just off of Canvas, and it's our 7.2 PowerPoint, and I've scrolled all the way. I believe it's one of the last slides on the PowerPoint. It sort of gives you a summary. It says choosing between the student t and the z normal distributions. And it tells you what conditions and for which distribution you're going to use. So look at this first one. If sigma is not known, which we don't know it, it told us that in the problem, and it's normally distributed, which our population is not normally distributed, or sigma is not known and our sample size is larger than 30, which our sample size in my problem was 64. So we do not know sigma, and our sample size is greater than 30, so therefore we're going to use the t distribution, okay? Now, so we're going to go back. Let me see if I can find it. I got all these screens open. So we want to go back. So the one that we're going to use the t distribution, okay? Now, the t sub alpha over 2, we can go straight to StatCrunch and get that. Okay, so let's go to StatCrunch and we can find this critical value. It's a t value. So we'll go to question help. We'll go to StatCrunch. Let that load. All right, we'll go to Stat. We can go to calculators, and we won't go to the normal one this time. We don't want z, we want a t distribution. So you're going to go t. Okay, and it's very similar to what y'all are used to. Now, degrees of freedom, remember what that means. That's one less than your sample size. And our sample size was 64, so therefore 64 take away 1 is my degrees of freedom. So 63 is my degrees of freedom. And I want to go greater than because I'm looking for the t-score sub alpha over 2. Now, what was my alpha? Well, the confidence level was 99%. Okay, so 1 minus 99% is my alpha, so 1% is my alpha, and so therefore alpha over 2 would be 0.5%, which is 0.005. So I'm looking for the t sub 0.005. All right, so let me go back. So we want the area to the right of our t-score to be 0.5%. Which is 0.005. Okay, and our degrees of freedom is 63, so we'll click compute. And so our critical value, our t critical value is I believe they want 2 decimal places, so this would be 2.66, I believe is what they would want. So let's go back, 2.66. So we'll choose the t distribution, and 2 decimal places, so we'll hit 2.66. And let's see how that does for us. And there it is. I hope this helps you. Thanks.